Boom, let's be honest podcast, maddest podcast, never the saddest podcast. And today we have a returning guest, not a new guest. Today we have Omaro Hutchinson.
Yes, sir.
AKA the Financial Brethren. Now you don't know, man, come give you some tips. You want to give you some tricks how to stay in the green. Because we're not trying to stay on the red. Do you remember the GoFundMe? Radington Town Primary School, we're giving away some money. I don't have my words, so we're giving away some money. I'm not like DJ Envy. We're not selling fake houses. You know what I'm saying? It's not thievery. We're doing the real, and I'm sure so we'll give back to the community. It's a community where, and a school where me forward from, and we see enough people never get the opportunity. I just want you to have better learning infrastructure. You know, the government now do what I'm supposed to do. I don't know, I care about green, not orange, but if more orange, you know, but anyway, that's a different thing. What about Virgin?
But I'm there, you know.
Man, big up yourself, man, for there again, you see me? Now, today, we want to talk about just paperwork, you see me? We want to know the ins and outs of certain things where people need to do, because fair enough time people are rob themselves, you know what I say?
Yeah.
Like, for instance, Media Yard now, me other podcast here, it's already registered in the States. You think it should be registered out here as well?
If you're already registered in the States and you're paying your taxes and everything in the States, you're filing everything good over the States, you can operate it same way. But I would say locally, some of the things that maybe just from outside looking in, that you can probably start to structure or put in place are like intellectual properties and stuff like that. You get me? Because you have a...
Explain.
So IP is what them call it, right? Intellectual properties. Some of the trademarks, some of the things that are known for or within the brand. You get me? You can start to register here locally by saying, all right, well, you're putting this brand out there. It's not your brand, but for example, certain things that are characteristic of it, then you can register at Jampro.
Okay.
So you have to look at your brand now and what you bring to the podcast or different or make it unique where people looking for and say, you know, say, Ajay style that.
All right, but suppose like it done where Riante and States, right? Let's say somebody I try to copy my thing in Jamaica. Do I have any legal leverage over them knowing it's registered in the States and not Jamaica?
No, and that kind of segue into with the IP. You would not have none because, you know, I have no trademark and intellectual property on it out here locally. And you know, sound like you have none overseas as well. That's what I'm saying.
Why? I just told you that.
You're registered overseas, but where it comes down to trademark.
Oh, so trademark different. Explain trademark versus just registering your business.
So with registration of business, that's just for general operation of your business. So you can pay your taxes and stuff like that, right? And you can employ people and also pay their taxes on the companies we have, right? Where the trademark, you know, it's certain, let's say for example, the Let's Be Honest, the way maybe loop and
okay, the logo and
your logo and your
slogan and everything.
Slogan and little things like that, we say. You get me?
Okay, but if we did go so boom and do that over there, so the IP in the States, will it still hold weight in Jamaica?
Of course.
Okay.
Prime example, even the other day, I say this case where PDD put out that him get a cease and desist letter
from Warner Brothers.
From Warner Brothers saying if stop act like the Joker. They can do that because of them own the brand and everything have to do with it. So if it's going a certain direction that is not in keeping with how they want the Joker to be perceived out there, then can give him a cease and desist letter. Likewise, if you see somebody out here, maybe another podcast, a startup or an existence, I do some stuff.
And them all say like Maddest podcast.
Right. You can just send them, make a lawyer send them a cease and desist letter. If they don't, then you can pursue it legally. You get me? So registration.
And it's all weight. So trademark all weight across the world.
Across the world.
Okay, so same thing. If my trademark in Jamaica and I'm gonna it overseas, we can go to one. So
Yeah.
Chill out. Okay.
Stop.
and then you go about that now because one time it's a trademarking easy. All you have to do is send an email to yourself and don't open it, or send a mail to yourself and don't open it. That's copyright.
I'm not sure about that part, but I know that there's a office out here that does it. Jampro. You can go there. I believe them have like a whole application process. Plus they even have like a e-learning type situation where they walk you through what it is, how it's important, and some of the basic frequently asked questions that
Yeah.
you just go through.
And then with trademark as well, and everything can be trademarked. So them tell us, all right, like I think one time LeBron didn't want trademark Taco Tuesday, and I was like, no, you can't. So your trademark can be turned down if them probably feel like it's too general.
Yeah. If it's too general or closely related to something that's out there, then them can turn it on. But then again, I say it's the officers there that will actually walk you through and tell you and guide you. You get me? So you can know if you actually have something that's worth trademarking, right? But within business registration now, that I was telling you, generally, when you have an idea to start a business, there are a few avenues that you can go, right? You go to the company's office, of course, you can register what's called a business name. That's like $2,500. Don't quote me on that, maybe $3,000 now, right? That's just register the business name, lock it in, so nobody else can have it. Even let's be honest, right? Right, so you lock that in, 2.5, you get your certificate and stuff like that. Then and there, your quote-unquote business, or you'll be operating as a sole trader, right? It would be first name, last name, / traded as, let's be honest, podcast. Right, it's that name, right? So now that provides the framework under which you operate and you file the taxes, because it would now be your TRN /01, so that would be no business name TRN, right? So all your taxes and everything you file under that. You get me? As opposed to now, if you go the side of registering as a limited liability company or LLC. The LLC now, back in my time when I was registering, it was like 24,500. I think now it raised maybe by $3,000, inflation and stuff like that. So generally with that, you register the name, you get the articles of incorporation and stuff like that. But then under that now framework or guideline, you can now have a team of directors. You can have a company secretary and people who normally deal with the documentation and stuff like that, calling meetings and stuff like that, right? And act on the company's behalf now, because the company is now registered as limited liability, so it's now an entity of its own. You get me? It's no longer an extension of you.
Okay.
Right.
Versus the sole trader, because sole trader is you.
Sole trader is you.
Okay.
So you're dead, your business dead with you. You get me? You're sick, I eat that. Understand? With the sole trader situation, you have less flexibility, of course, because everything linked back to you as a sole proprietor, right? You are the head cook and backwash. Not that it can't be the same with you having a limited liability, but based on who you need to put on paper, you will have either a board of directors or a board that consult. With the board of directors, them can have share, or they can just be in a consultation situation, or a board of advisors, as they call them.
Understand?
Right. So with that now, you have more flexibility, more leverage, because it's recognized as its own entity. So under that, you usually get a TCC upfront, which is a tax compliance certificate. With the tax compliance certificate now, you can bid out for government contracts, you can apply for grants, you can apply for loans and stuff like that.
But you can't as a sole trader?
You can, but it now under you as the proprietor, it's not recognized as a business.
Oh,
it's
okay.
now a personal loan you'd get. You want to get a business loan.
So sole trader can get business loan? Sole trader can get business loan?
You can get a loan where you can use for business.
But
you can get a business loan.
Is it not? So I'm asking if you can't get one.
You can't get one. You can't get one.
I didn't know that.
It'll be a personal loan, because guess what now? Yes, you have a quote-unquote business under your own name and stuff. But at the same time,
is it what the risk factor?
Entities are, the risk factor is more. It's greater when it's now
one person.
One person. You know, have a team. So we're gonna talk now about what are some of the things.
Wait, one question. LLC in Jamaica, that's what they call limited.
Limited.
LLC. Okay, that's what I make sure. No, me know, but enough people don't know.
True.
Because enough time people think that LLC is a thing where it's just in America. You know, America, you literally see the LLC, but out here, so we see limited. LT.
You go right across the board. And it took me a while to realize that after a while. Come here, say Americans have LLC, why we have limited, and then realize say it's the same. Even the people them don't buy companies of is kind of confused. They're like, yeah, talk limited. I mean, I say, no, I want to register a limited liability company. I'm like, yeah, man, that are limited. I mean, I say, so want to the liability company part, or that just cut off. So they must say, yeah, man, so you call it.
Yeah, limited.
I say, okay. So
and the ones that don't have it is an unlimited liability company.
they can be partnerships. So most times you see like those legal firms like the KPMG and the PwC and them people have the attorney firm with the whole heap of people them last name. Those are like partnership type structures.
Yeah, man, no, but normally, but partnership can be limited and unlimited as well. But one partner will I think one partner now gonna have unlimited liability.
I'm not really sure the arrangement, but I believe it can be limited and unlimited, as I said. But usually the percentage split normally kind of determine how them work out everything and stuff. I don't know much about that. I know about limited, which is what I register as.
And they have things like S Corp and
we have S Corp and C Corporation, same way, right? Yeah. That's the same. With each of those, you have their pros and cons, just like with everything else. But as we talk about sole trader and limited liability,
but question
those are the two common ones you find in Jamaica.
You don't know a music we talk about what you say, you know.
Yeah.
How you think a young dancehall artist just find him first hit song, he might find him second hit, he might make some money, he might charge like a good $30,000 a show. He might do like say 2 shows a month at $30,000.
Yeah.
What you as a business consultant, what is your advice? How you have structure him for him can even know say him have money coming in all the while and him can do the biggest thing where the biggest flap nobody don't want to do, which is going back broke. You see me?
Yeah.
What your advice to him? How you that structure theme thing?
30,000 a month, a whole heap of money still, Jay. And I said that at times 2, 60 a month.
60 a month.
A whole heap of money that at Jamaica. So what may I say? If you reach one level as intense as I say, you can't broke again no matter which side you drop from. You can take the money, you can invest it, right? You can flip it.
But how? More hear some safe ways. Do you know safe? Because not really safe in a business.
No, not really safe.
But give me something where you know, sir, then this have a 80% track record of working. You see me? Whether it's an Airbnb, whether it's you buy some property, whether it's you put some taxi on the road, like what's something where you feel that them young artists can really do, where them can be stable. Because even though yes, them have land on the show, and you must say, yo, they have songs where I give money see and when you say him could have still the other upkeep there, why did they were there?
I lock up, yeah.
You see me? So me want to know a young artist, and naturally when I say you know they say 60,000 a month is a lot. It is, but when a man want done so and go GLE, when a man want to book Airbnb for all I'm friend them.
I know.
You know what I say? Yeah, when you fly all of your friend them, when you want to buy a car for your friend them 60, it's not really a lot.
Alright.
So what you would have said to him and say, yo, what?
Me that say, alright, first and foremost, if that's a consistent income, I'm sure himself, because enough of them artists are company show and them always say, believe and ray. But I say, alright, take the step, register a business, run your brand. You get me? When you register a business, run a brand now, you start to put a business plan up front. Like, what business I got name, how it going to be financed, look on your cost structures, because you have a whole heap of people that talk about B&B, rent out, and you probably even rent a car before you start buy a car, because enough of them artists, that's how, I guess, that's how them transport until them start looking and say, yo, you know, I can buy something myself like a Nigeria now, buy him own little Benz and something. So big up Nigeria, that's good too. So what I say, register a business, put in place a framework, have a plan for your business, not just spend the money while and them stuff like. I would say, pay yourself separate. Nobody take the whole 30,000 and just mesh out and GLE and do all kind of things. Because you can't even rent GLE in Jamaica and them stuff there. You get me? So I would say, put a plan in place where you can buy your own and control your expenses, control the people around that. So all of the little man them around here where a security or entourage, you get me? Them the money, put them the money on a payroll. And you can even have them on a rotating payroll or contracting thing. You know, if you hire them full time and have them on a payroll, you know, say, John, the month I come up on myself because I only 25 grand. We can make up for a show this amount there. But then my expense are 40, so I have a little gap in there. I said, no. Look upon who are the key players, them, who they want to keep as, they call it, quote unquote, full time around you. Right? You know, definitely have a booking agent. Them the people they can get paid like on a commission basis, now if they on a fixed payroll. You get me? But like your manager and them people, you know, heavily involved in your brand, your career and stuff like that. That's the people they can depend on a payroll, like depend on anything we know. So
every month.
Every month. So you can look forward, you can budget for that. So when your money coming, you know, say you take out a salary. I wouldn't say take the whole 30. Look on your general expenses. How much that costs if you move around, how much that costs if you keep yourself clean.
Yeah, so yeah, and then know when you do that too, because they might look at it say, yo, yeah, well, I'm 30.
Yeah.
But I'm say them now count say, yo, they have to book a bag of Airbnb, they now look on them expenditures.
What you need at that point is an assistant. They need somebody who can do all of that for you. So separate from the booking person who will book the shows and the managers. You don't really want the manager to take on too much on your personal side. The manager responds for your career. On the personal side, when you go B&B and you fly out and them stuff there, where they on the more personal side, you meet now, get an assistant around you. I even see a little girl where I have. Just make sure put a little thing for her at one time or whenever, and make sure just deal with them type of thing. Just scour the internet, find the more cost-effective B&Bs, find the more cost-effective hotels.
So you don't feel like
them where you can go.
You don't feel like you were like take on like be like a dancehall consultant, you know? So alright then, some food are dragged down. You can make sure so the dogs are in the right place financially. Because I make some money and you know I found it was TJ go jail and see him go apartment.
Big move, me rate him for
Is
that.
it me? But again, congrats, is it me? Big congrats. Me know the ins and out, don't care to know neither.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like we don't want the youth them to go get house and I know how house thing go. And we don't want the youth them go get car and I know how car go. So, but so that's to say, yes, these things are things where everybody want to acquire, everybody want to obtain. But at the same time, remember, say, I know people foreclose on them house. Remember, I know people can't get repo. So why you now not try for, because I know your clients, and your clients are normally business owners like yourself who are trying to scale.
No, mainly corporates and 1 and 2 business owners.
Okay.
Try to scale, yeah.
You see me? So, if that would be an avenue where you would want to go down? Or you work with artists or entertainers in general?
Definitely, because guess what? Separate from just loving music and culture, one of my passion is financial literacy, financial freedom for Jamaicans. You get me? Because guess what? You cannot make money, you know, but guess what? After a while, if you not control the expenses, if you not have a plan for yourself or a direction in which your life will go, all of that not gonna matter. Because enough like enough for the old boy them and say, yo, you know, so back in the days, rare. I'm gonna have this and I can't get it out, you know, yo. You get me? So I always want to do that or give that back. You see me? So, and that's something I won't do. You
mentioned saving. How much money out of your income you feel like you're supposed to save?
Depends. Generally, them say 20%, and you do that upfront. Something I practice myself in terms of taking out that money. But guess what? I don't save, I more invest.
Okay.
I used to save, but then based on inflation and the fact that you don't really get much returns from the bank, almost 0.000. So, you get me? I would say save to invest. You get me? So if you go buy your stocks, if you go buy your bonds, if you go buy your mutual funds, your unit trust, them stuff there, do that. But just to have the money sit down in our shoes box or in the bank account, it nah do nothing, it nah help you. You get me? So I'll say save to invest.
Save to invest. But then again, what to invest in? That be the thing, you know. What to invest in?
Alright, so to answer that question there, tell you the truth.
Because me, you know what to invest in. I'll be honest with you.
Why you invest?
No, what to invest in.
If you go just a start out, you have to look on how fast you want the money to work for you. That one.
Right now.
Right now, fine. Will you want it back tomorrow? Will you want it back next week?
Want it back yesterday.
So here's a Yeah, it's a quick turnaround, it's a quick flip type of guy. So your type of investment is different from mine. It's more of a long money type of guy. You get me? Me put it down and forget it. Me even not to remember say me have it. Some more time it come in, me just say, cut my piece, put over this one, next piece, me not want just put it somewhere over this one.
But oh, you know who invest with now? Because I want to know now, see both take up him good million US and give SSL and then now this go on.
The truth
So
is,
how do you know when something is even trustworthy of investing?
that's an anomaly. I will not say that the average investment houses, financial institutions, something like that will ever happen. You understand? And usually when these things happen, years before or months before, there are red flags because you have what's called a regulating entity will regulate all of them. You understand? That's the FSC. So the FSC get their document, get their reports, and will know which company are likely to end up like that. So usually you will have some letters, you will have some notices and stuff like that before you see what happened with that. So I would say that's not the typical case. You get me? Me understand say it might make investors feel a little bit hesitant to invest or
Naturally.
sure you just want to go back to the days where you have your Nike box, you just put your money in it, or your mattress, you just put your money in it. But no, that don't stop nothing. You get me? You can still invest with all of the other financial institutions, but as you guys always know me say, do your research. Do your research. If you do your research properly, you would have find out something like that in the making. And you can't go wrong with that. You get me? So, and there's even the Jamaica Deposit institution company, right? So it guarantees or it puts an insurance on the amount of investments.
But I think the most pay out at 1.5 or something.
I don't remember my figure. Well, last time.
Yeah, I think them say any form of fraud, the maximum payout, and don't quote me on this either. The maximum payout is 1.5, which is madness, and it's 1.5 Jamaican dollars. Say me put 15 million and Gene Pant and chop me 10. And 1.5 me I get back. Yo, that bad.
Me not gonna say yes.
That bad.
Me not gonna say no.
So the money I keep on here.
Me not gonna say yes. Me not gonna say no. So what I'll say is you always have safe investment. You have safe investment firms. You understand? As you have the option, unlike most Jamaicans, you can go overseas with your money at TD Ameritrade.
No man, them can go Cayman to man. I think Cayman need visa.
I don't necessarily need visa, but you need to be a certain class of investor in order to put money over there. You understand? They normally say accredited investors means that you have to have knowledge of the financial market as well
big money.
And big money. So all of that for all of the characteristics of that. You get me? So when you reach that level, you know you can invest over Cayman. And even through most local companies, they give you the opportunity to invest through different bonds or assets into Cayman. Yeah, because when I was in corporate, I used to manage a Cayman portfolio, both US and Jamaican. You understand? So you can invest locally into other islands or Cayman.
Yeah, customs money, if you know about that.
No, I don't know. Yeah. From their bag of work, so I don't really get much time to find out what I'm going currently. So I just come back and research, because guess what happening right now? Data Protection Act, in terms of how corporate entities and business entities secure the data where you give to them. That's a big thing that's coming into force in, I think, mid-December. So a lot of companies are scrambling to make sure so they get that in place, that framework, that guideline in place. So we have a lot of pressure right now. Yeah.
Taxman. Who is this taxman? And why people are scared of him?
Generally people who fear a taxman are money when not pay tax, you know. You get me? It's nothing to be afraid of either, because you have even e-learning portal at tax administration, right? That you can go in, log in on the computer, and them teach you everything about taxes and the importance of paying taxes and how you can start, or how you can even catch up and start them put up on a payment plan now, Jay. You have those options in place. So
But payment plan, so you don't have to pay off the 2 million in one day.
you don't have to pay it off in one day. You can pay it off over a series of time. You get me? Them give you the different installment dates and stuff like that. Those are for people who have been behind and stuff like that. But
That's crazy. So that's why most people don't take a salary.
and that kind of defeating because guess what now? You will need, as a sole trader, talking about expansion and stuff like that, unless you get some type of capital injection or you have some big contracts or you have just people always get business, at some point you're gonna need some type of funding. Usually people take like maybe like one of the easiest ones them, apart from your credit cards and stuff like that, where you can easily draw down and put back. You can take like a loan. In the sole trader case, you have to take a personal loan and use it for like business purpose. You get me? So with that now, how you da qualify for the loan then? Then I want to see what you make.
But why the
No,
business
what
what?
you make.
Well, how the business can get a loan?
Yeah, nah, and you're registered as a sole trader. It's an extension of you. You get me? So they're going to give you a personal loan. And you know going to use it for business purpose.
Okay.
You get me?
But a sole trader can also be a company, as in a single person can be a company as well though.
Yeah, man. You can register as a limited liability company and you want to do your thing.
So that is the way you would advise.
With that particular case?
Yeah, whereas if you want to scale your business.
You want to scale, if you can't scale by yourself, it's going to reach a stage where you can only do so much and no more. Because guess what? You need people to scale. And in order to scale, if you go a route of investors or you go the route of bank, they might go want to know say if you're dead, the money not dead and gone on the drain. They might going to want to know say, listen, a team is around this man. This a man is responsible for that. This a man is responsible for this.
Is the successor?
Yeah, he's a successor. Plus, you have what you call standard operating procedures, like your recipe. If you say, how do you normally do this when he's not there? I'm going to Atlanta. Well, him normally have the PR call. Them people do this, do that. Then him get in tequila delivered and whatever. And you put it there, so, and you do the same thing. And you get the same result.
Okay, so it's like
frameworks.
It's like alright, the Colonel dead, but KFC not dead.
He's not dead, exactly. So nobody now going to know so they invest in a limited liability business, and it supposedly have people in place, but a one man know everything and do everything. So the business dead with him.
I get
Whether it be a commercial loan or an investor or pump some money in a business, them now go and know say those characteristics or those things are not in place, those pillars.
So you're a company now. Tell me, give me like a story where you can see how your company help, whether it's a corporate entity or just any entity for like reach on a different goal, like a testimony where you can say, alright then, this is something with me, this is what you can expect when working with me.
Yeah. Excellent question. And coming out for the last one, we'll just talk about having a standard operating procedure in place. We'll just have right up. We actually documented the standard operating procedures for a company. I can't call it name for confidential agreements and stuff like that. We did that for 50 employees so that if any one or two or three persons leave, the company can still be in operation. You understand? They didn't have that in place and they actually need stuff like that to pass audit.
Okay.
Yeah, so I can't
what's an audit?
So audit is just to look over to ensure that everything is in place for this company who will supposedly be operating in this industry should meet these standard or minimum requirements and them tick off. You understand? They don't have a standard operating procedure in place. So if the general manager leave, nobody don't know what general manager normally do. They have to probably reinvent the wheel. You understand? Things like that can cause turnover time. It can cause changes in standards. You understand? So that's one case. What we do on the other side of things that is always, how you do that or data coding or whatever, we do all things data analytics. So we get company information, we extract the information, and we put it into meaningful ways that companies can understand and then generate insights from and so they can make decisions from it. So we do that for a lot of companies in Jamaica. They have a lot of information, but it in such a form where they don't really understand.
They can't
how to
process.
make things, can't
It's not
process
processed for me.
Right, it's not processed. So we take that.
So the
process
data,
it,
so you turn the data into
turn
information.
the data into information.
Okay.
Alright, and we have it on a real-time basis for them, so them can just bring up them device,
And see what they need to say.
computer, and refresh and see what they need to say what the company there, year to date, where it has it in the week, and them can make a decision from that. Right? Even more so too, most companies locally, them especially in the government agent part, right? They're more paper-based. So even the other day when you do the NIS and whatever, you realize when you go down that one long file and stuff like that. We work with companies where we take the information, we digitize it, put it in a system now.
Yeah.
And they can now pull out that real time. So them see Jay, them now ask Jay if you have physical paper again.
I already know.
You can just type in and know. Exactly. So that's a more simplified way of explaining what you really do.
I hear what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Jamaica really backwards. Because you know, so what if somebody I tell me say, yo, a lot of major trademarks are done in Jamaica. I think the iPhone 13 or whatever was done in Jamaica, and the reason being is because Jamaica use paper same way.
Yeah.
Or some got so.
Yeah, we are very paper based. Even the most corporate of companies are still very paper based. But we are slowly and surely moving on to the digital age, which is what our company is about. You understand? So we are about all things digital and AI. And most about artificial intelligence, we get information in real time right now. You get me? So I'm excited to see what will come out of this because we look about with Talawa, it's just the same in corporate and in business. You have a lot of business out here that are very unique and that can even rival companies overseas. So I'm looking forward to see what contracts come to Jamaica, because the BPO survive and them contracts are coming into the island so people can get employment, which is why I'm a big advocate for people registering business and doing business, because SMEs make up 80% of the businesses.
What's that SME?
Small, medium-sized enterprise. They make up 80% of companies in Jamaica. You get me? So
what the criteria you need for say a medium, small, large?
Good. It depends.
Is it the number of employees, how much money you bring in?
It depends on both, yeah.
Okay.
The number of employees and depends on the revenues where companies are generate. Yeah, either small or medium size. Yeah.
Okay. And then how large? What's criteria for be large?
Criteria of be large is anywhere from like 50, 60 go up to 100, Smaller like maybe you plus 5.
And this is employees, not just this is employees plus contractors or just employees?
Contractors are quote unquote employees, but them just not full time.
Okay, so that's a ramish of a large business.
Yeah. Well, I would say it depends on revenue we generate too. Depends on revenue we generate. Yeah.
Yeah, because we generate small revenue.
Things like that.
Yeah, look like. I'm say still, what me you have to do, more to the youth them really manage their money better. Because even me myself, I feel like me need to manage my money better too, you see me? But at the same time, it's just like, I just feel like certain knowledge the youth are not privy to. You know what I say?
True. It goes back to research, and I'm going to tell us, listen, even me coming up, I was once at that stage. But guess what I do? I'm not hesitant to invest in myself, because you have a quote that says an investment in yourself is the best investment you can ever make. And a lie. When me come up, when I finish university and stuff, there's a lot of things I never know. And I went online, I do some short courses. I went on the same, even YouTube. Big pan YouTube,
learn.
big pan Google, and them stuff. I'm going to learn. I take time and learn. But more importantly, those searches with, when you don't really know how to research, because there's a methodology for research, when you don't really know how to research, I got to bring it far and wide. Sometimes information don't know what to. Why you go far and wide and you can talk to Jay and know everything about podcasts? Jay a podcast boss. You understand? So Jay have a workshop or a webinar, pay me $100 I'm gonna do that.
Do you have something like that?
I have something like that. Speaking of which, we had it in
So like you have like a Rabbi's job fair, man.
no job fair. We have a workshop. The
Yeah.
workshop is stock investing. So we teach people from the beginner stage to intermediate to advanced. Any stage you're at, come and we bring it to the next level.
Them to make people rich?
Of course, if you
I
have
buy
the
stocks in
knowledge.
Jamaica?
And not just Jamaica, we teach them to buy stocks. We're not teaching them just buy stocks in Jamaica. We teach them
Okay.
to start a profitable portfolio or if we construct a portfolio from scratch. We teach about stocks, we teach about unit trust, we also teach about bonds. You understand? And we teach you now how to invest or how to build a recession-proof investment. You understand? Something we're going to withstand the times.
We think we're in a recession now?
We have been in a recession. Jamaica this. We have been in a recession. We just get so used to it. My skin gets so thick and we get so accustomed to it. So, yeah, people, we have an investment workshop coming up in December and it's $100. It's for 4 entire weeks. It's gonna be both face-to-face and online.
So the 100 years covered for.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Because guess what now? I never make anything that we're doing about profit or anything. You see, once it can cover the basic expense like renting, maybe just the office space or where we keep a thing there and paying the facilitators because I don't want it to just be.
I have a look at refreshments.
I have to look refreshments and look at stuff like that. I'm good. Breaking even, I'm good. Because as I said before, my mantra, my passion are financial literacy for Jamaican. We need that. We need that, Jay.
Definitely do, man.
You understand?
We definitely do. Really and truly do.
Look out for that on the IG page, BI Institute. 4-week-long workshop, especially coming up in December, people. You need it. Warm. I'm
gonna say that I just don't like to do dogs and I go broke, bro.
And them go broke because them not have no plan. And the dog them nah do no forecasting. Big money come in, they spend it out. They not have no plan for their money.
Cause sometimes I feel like them have it as easy come, easy go to.
Easy come, easy go. You see, once you know the effort in making $1, they get $1 million or $10, you now go hurry up and burn it off.
So question.
Yeah.
In a Kingston, I could talk some real thing before we wrap up the session.
Yeah.
How much money you feel you need to make to live comfortably in Kingston? We are talking a single man or a single woman. You drive a normal car, an average car.
Yeah, moms.
No one fit. Like a RAV4.
A RAV4, alright.
A RAV4 and you live in a Kingston. How much you feel if you bring where you can stay about 20%, your rent paid, your bills and paid? Talk to me.
You know, back in my time when we just come up, my number was, I need to make 100 grand. But then we did live at Portmore. Then we did take bus. Then cost of living was way lower then. Now, Jay, the thing just out of hand. Right now, we're in a situation where it coming like, it not to make the sense to rent a house again because the rent we are paying is so expensive, close to mortgage. It's better you buy the house. You understand? So, saying all of that plus the Kingston life, you know, Kingston life is Saturday, you know, Friday and Saturday and put Sunday. You understand? But I say they need somewhere in between maybe 620 to 700,000 and that's after tax.
A month,
Jay. If you really save and can do all of the things and feel comfortable.
And this is not a luxury life.
No, kind of luxury life. Normal course of living because guess what now? Food them gone up. You as a single man will probably just you eat out most of the time, but every now and then you enjoy cooking and everything, especially if you have your lady come over and everything that she cook and whatever. Meat gone up, bread gone up. Basic things like little cornflakes and little something they gone up. Most people buy grocery like every week, but me buy like one time. Because you get the bonus on the credit.
Oh yeah, that's a price month on the phone.
Right. So I would say basic minimum and we have savings and investments, and we can move on, and you know, you guys look up Friday and look at the session and look at something there.
Yeah.
500 to 700,000 after tax.
Easy.
Easy.
And then how rent look like? What are that our rent? And what percentage of your income should be rent? That's a better question.
I'm not gonna give it a percentage because guess what now? Housing prices gone.
No, we know that, you know.
Yeah.
We're not talking about the real life. We're talking about when you in a your utopian mind frame or a business mind frame, you say, well, really and truly, the structure is, or the standard is less than 30%. Or, you know? Yeah.
All right. It's very unfair to put your rent as a percentage of your income because guess what?
Why?
If you're gonna say you don't want to pay more than 20% of your income in a rent, where in Jamaica can you possibly live on like an average salary of 100,000? If you're using 100,000 after tax, 20% after that, how much?
20,000?
20,000. We can't live in a Jamaica for 20,000. So for me, go tell us say, your rent shouldn't be more than 20% of your total income after tax.
Madness.
A madness, especially do I go on out there because for your basic apartment, 1 bedroom, you look for 100,000 already. Normal. Nothing. We not talk about light, not talk about water, not talk about
Just rent.
Just rent, Jay. You understand? So
Yeah.
it's unfair for me to tell you that because guess what now? Even Portmore, I say that day, I say Cedar Grove. Some community in Cedar Grove, 100,000 for one bedroom. Normally, there's always a big debate between Kingston and Portmore. We say, oh, I'm not live at Kingston because rent over there is too expensive. Rather buy or live or rent at Portmore and then drive come out. It changed now, the dynamics changed. So right now, you wonder what going
And where to live.
And where to live. Because you got Kingston,
CM.
you got Portmore, CM, and then you have the toll. Or then if you drive
The
Mandela,
inconvenience.
Jesus
Christ. Time now is the next thing. And
time is the next thing. If you get to work, you have to wake up at 4:30 and then the time there. You understand?
Even Ochi prices, them are a clash.
My
Kingston.
God, you know, there was a point when I said me that live at Ochi like a Richmond or one of them places when the rent, when the mortgage is cheap and time. Like, I get a nice place if you like 16 million. Can't get that again, Jay.
Man.
40, 45, 50 million. I'm tell you. Easily.
It's nothing.
Hey, we can't wait for the bubble bust. But then
Mother bubble, market cash.
bubble, yeah, but then nah. And it's very unfair, especially where housing prices are going right now, because guess what now? It wiped out one entire generation who graduated from UA recently. No matter what they make, they will never be able to move out no time soon. And that's unfair to enough for the youth them.
It's very unfair. But listen, man, if you're over 25 and you're a man, come out to your mother's house, brother. Your mother want to walk naked. You know what
Easier said than done.
Easier said than done, but you have to do it.
Easier said than done.
You have to do it. And this is not to bash anybody, this is to motivate you. Come out to your mother's house, brother. Go struggle.
And go where?
Go your friend house, link up.
Friend house. Him live with his mother too.
Well, two I want to put in the resources together and go live somewhere.
That no bad still now. That's like a bachelor pad.
Yeah, two I want to...
Him do 50. Next to the 50.
Have a
But
room
then
here.
50 grand I get you one bedroom. That me I tell you.
Well, whoever had the girl tonight.
Listen, go to my passage, go wait.
Go wait, brother. Go hold it. See me? But tomorrow, respect, bro.
Yo.
You don't know. FinancialBrethren, but what you want to do before you leave? More you tell the people them the services that you offer, bro. Make them know, say, listen, this and that. I remember me and you work off camera as well, you know, that.
True.
You see me? And some great things that are going to make happen for me, you know. So, I better you say it than me say it.
Me not no problem.
All right, so say no fire.
All right. So, Business Intelligence Holdings, which is the limited liability company which we covered, has two subsidiaries, right? It has one side that offers analytical services, documentation services, and what you call data warehouse, right? So we build data warehouse for companies, right? And the other subsidiary, which is BI Institute, which is shirt I'm wearing now, we have a corporate training. So we train a lot of people in understanding all the way we are saying, because it sounds like gibberish, enough people.
Yeah.
Sometimes we build solutions, sometimes we put in place documentation and I don't even understand it. So we have a company structured around that to walk people through. And even leadership courses, because a lot of leaders here locally need further training
Them
and
need
development. You understand? So we have training for leaders different from technical people who need the coding and who need the understanding of certain technical things or put in place, right? To use technical 2 times. But yeah, separate and apart from the company, based on the knowledge and experience I have the experience of working with large corporate companies and banks, right? We work a lot with banks, right? Attorneys, accountants. So the knowledge I have from that can be leveraged to help artists, help small business owners, managers who have their company who want to scale and reach the next level and probably are not doing or have the right infrastructure or framework in place. What I do is to work closely with those persons, like a coach then, or a financial manager, and say, listen, this is what you need to be doing on a monthly basis. Instead of drawing out salary ad hoc, just draw one salary per month, have that hit your pay slip, and then go to the bank and request or put in the application for an auto loan or a mortgage. Or both of them like what TJ do. You understand? So the knowledge
and we don't know if TJ bought cash. We don't know, we're just assuming.
If he did, that would be, I wouldn't advise that.
For the car?
For the car, I wouldn't advise.
I would advise for the car, but for the house, for sure.
Neither of them. Because you
Why?
need the cash in the same time. We just talk about recession and we just talk
true,
about needing money to survive.
But remember I said the house would have equity on the house. A lot of equity.
Nah, I say no. I'm not saying not put down a big deposit on either one, a house or a car, so you can lower your monthly payment. But cash is king. Keep your money. There are always opportunities, especially now in the market than ever. You understand? Even not just locally, but overseas as well.
Okay.
If something come up, just go buy it cash.
Yeah, but we don't know. We don't know how much money you have. So I say. We don't know.
True.
And if you have it, I would say do it. Because the APR thing there. But we talk about that next episode.
Yo, respect.
Respect, my brother. Many people don't know can find you.
Alright, people, you can find me on my new YouTube channel. It's #FinancialBrethren, one word.
Description, that in the top comment.
Alright, you can also find me on Instagram. If you find me on Instagram, you can find both business pages. Instagram on my personal side is founder.president. Under that page, you'll find my 2 companies which I mentioned earlier, which is Business Analytics and BI Institute. Simple, said, and done.
Jeffrey, Omar Hutchinson, let's be honest, we're gone.